Every morning, when you wake up, you're given a simple choice: to move a little forward or to stay the same. That one decision, repeated every day, decides who you become. Success doesn't arrive with noise or fireworks. It comes quietly, through small, invisible victories that no one celebrates but you. People often believe success is about big breaks. One lucky moment, one golden opportunity, one life-changing decision. But in truth, success is built brick by brick, habit by habit, and day by day. Let me tell you something powerful. It's not the giant leap that changes your life. It's the consistent small steps you take when no one is watching. Think about the tallest buildings in the world. Do they rise overnight? No. Before you even see the first floor, the foundation takes months, sometimes years, to prepare. The same goes for your life. The foundation of success is not visible to others. It's built in silence, through the daily wins you achieve behind closed doors. When I say small wins, I mean the things that seem too ordinary to matter. Reading 10 pages, waking up on time, finishing a task without distraction, speaking up in a meeting, learning one new word each day. These don't look life-changing at first, but the secret is this: they compound. Jack Ma once said, "Today is hard. Tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine." That sunshine comes from consistency, from those small wins that slowly transform into massive success. But here's the problem. Most people give up too early. Why? Because small progress feels invisible. We want quick rewards, fast success, instant recognition. When it doesn't come, we think it's not working. But remember, growth is invisible in the beginning. You can't see the seed growing under the soil. But that doesn't mean it's dead. It's preparing, silently, powerfully, until one day it breaks through the ground. Your habits work the same way. Every small win, every little act of discipline, every quiet effort, their roots growing deep, making you unshakable. Think of someone like Elon Musk, Jack Ma, or any great entrepreneur. People see their success now, the companies, the fame, the wealth. But what they don't see are the years of daily persistence. Jack Ma applied for jobs 30 times and was rejected each time. Even when KFC came to China, he was the only one not hired. Did he stop? No. He built Alibaba, not from one big win, but from countless small ones. Learning English by talking to tourists, practicing leadership through small failures, improving little by little every single day. That's what small daily wins look like in real life. Invisible progress that one day becomes undeniable success. So ask yourself, are you chasing big wins or are you building small ones? Because success doesn't come to the person who moves fast. It comes to the person who moves steadily. Every time you say, "I'll do a little better today," you're planting a seed of unstoppable success. You're creating momentum. And momentum is the most powerful force in success. Once it starts, it doesn't stop. But to create momentum, you need belief. Belief that your small effort matters. Let's be honest, it's easy to doubt yourself. It's easy to think, what difference does this make? But here's the truth. What you do today echoes tomorrow. The tiny improvement you make today becomes the strong habit that shapes your future. You don't climb a mountain in one jump. You climb it one step at a time. The world's greatest achievers understand this. Discipline is doing the small things even when no one sees you. You may not see the results right away, but your effort is never wasted. The universe always rewards consistency. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you win. Every time you keep your word to yourself, you win. Every time you show up, even tired, even doubtful, you win. And when those small daily wins start adding up, they create something unstoppable: confidence. Confidence doesn't come from motivation. It comes from proof. The proof you give yourself through daily action. Every small success whispers to you, "I can do this." And soon, those whispers become a roar. One day, you'll look back and realize all those small wins weren't small at all. They were the very steps that built your destiny. So don't rush the process. Don't wait for someone to notice. Build in silence. Win quietly. Because one day, the world will see what your small daily wins created. A stronger, wiser, unstoppable you. And when that day comes, they'll call it overnight success. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't overnight. It was every single day. Now that you understand the power of small daily wins, the question is, how do you turn those small wins into unstoppable success? Because knowing the principle is one thing, but building a system that transforms your life is another. Let's talk about that next. Now that you understand the power of small daily wins, it's time to learn how to transform them into unstoppable success. Because small wins are like sparks. They hold the potential to ignite a fire, but only when you fuel them with consistency, clarity, and purpose do they grow into something that can light your entire path. Let's start with a simple truth. Success is not built by intensity. It's built by consistency. Anyone can work hard for one day. Anyone can feel motivated for a week. But real transformation begins when your actions stop depending on motivation and start depending on discipline. Jack Ma once said, "If you can't endure the small struggles, you don't deserve the big success." That's the mindset that turns daily wins into lifelong achievement. You see, discipline is not a punishment. It's the highest form of self-respect. When you stay consistent, you're telling yourself, "My dreams are worth my effort." And when that belief takes root, your entire life changes. Think of success like building a muscle. You don't lift one heavy weight and instantly transform. You lift smaller ones every day, pushing a little further, a little harder. Over time, strength compounds. The same applies to your habits, your focus, your mindset. Each small win is a repetition. Each day of effort is a set. And success? That's your long-term growth. The result of those invisible reps done when no one was cheering you on. But here's the key most people miss. You must measure progress. Not perfection. Too many people quit because they don't see results fast enough. They say, "I've been doing this for weeks. Why isn't my life changing?" But remember, results are delayed. The effort you put in today may not show up for months. That's why you must celebrate the small wins along the way. Did you wake up early today? That's a win. Did you finish the task you avoided yesterday? That's a win. Did you learn something new that improved your skills, even slightly? That's a win. When you celebrate small victories, your brain releases dopamine, a natural motivator that tells your mind, "Keep going, this is working." That's how you train yourself to love progress, not perfection, because perfection is a trap. It paralyzes you. But progress, even small progress, empowers you. Now let's talk about another truth. Your small wins build trust, not with others, but with yourself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your inner confidence. You start believing in your own word, and that belief is powerful. Because success doesn't start with opportunity. It starts with self-trust. Think about this. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow"? How many times have you broken that promise? Each broken commitment weakens your trust in yourself. But when you begin to follow through, when you start finishing what you begin, you rebuild that trust. Slowly, silently, you become someone who doesn't just talk about dreams, but takes action. That's the secret ingredient behind unstoppable success. Self-trust built through small wins. Let me share something Jack Ma once said, that reflects this perfectly. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That's what small wins are about. Being 1% better every day. Not 100% in one day, but 1% daily. If you improve by just 1% every day, you become 37 times better in a year. That's the power of compounding growth. It's not magic. It's mathematics and discipline. That's how unstoppable success is built. Not in bursts, but in quiet, daily increments that compound over time. So, how do you make small wins a permanent part of your life? Here are 3 simple but powerful steps. Start ridiculously small. Don't aim to run 10 miles on day 1. Start with a short walk. Don't try to read a whole book. Read a few pages. Small steps are easier to repeat, and repetition builds momentum. Build a routine, not a result. Success is a system, not a goal. Goals give direction, but systems create transformation. When you focus on the process, waking up early, staying consistent, learning daily, the results take care of themselves. Review and reflect. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what small win did I achieve today? This reflection reinforces your progress and rewires your brain to seek growth instead of shortcuts. Now let's talk about the mindset behind this transformation. The people who achieve unstoppable success don't think, I'll try. They think, I will. They don't chase motivation. They build habits. They don't rely on luck. They rely on effort. And most importantly, they don't wait for the right moment. They create it. If you can master your mornings, your mindset, and your small wins, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Think about this. A river doesn't cut through rock because of its power, but because of its persistence. Day after day, drop by drop, it shapes the stone, not by force, but by consistency. That's how you must shape your life. Not by trying to do everything at once, but by doing something every single day that brings you closer to who you want to be. And one day, when you stand on the mountain of your achievements, you'll look back and realize it wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It wasn't a single miracle. It was you. It was the small daily wins that nobody saw. It was your decision to keep showing up when it was easier to give up. So today, promise yourself this. You will no longer wait for big moments. You will no longer chase quick success. You will build slowly, consistently, and powerfully. Because in the end, it's not about how fast you grow, it's about how long you last. And those who master the art of small daily wins, they don't just achieve success, they become unstoppable. So wake up tomorrow with this mindset. Today, I will win, even if it's just a small win. Because every small victory you collect today becomes the unstoppable success story you tell tomorrow.